There's a land that I see where the children are free, and I say it ain't far to this land from where we are. Take my hand, come with me, where the children are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll run. I'm at the Washington National Monument. It was quite a chore getting here. You can see I'm not joking, I'm really here. It's 3:30 in the morning. I did not want to come here during the day. It took me a long time to get around the barricades because it is the 13th of January. So we had some excitement on the 6th at the Capitol. Interesting that I happened to be there just a short while before praying for peace, and I'm here again at the other end of the National Mall. I can see the Capitol from here, just off my right shoulder, and I can see Lincoln's Memorial just off to my left. And I'm here sitting on the earth, deliberately radiating the emotion of peace, love, oneness. It's what I stand for. And I wanted to be here with others, even if it's after the fact, so that you can kind of share in this moment, in this time in between the excitement at the Capitol and the inauguration. I'm not here to take sides, other than to take the side of humanity, to stand up for what America really means, which is freedom, truth, and the pursuit of happiness. That's why I'm here, sort of, on a one-man quest. Not an easy one to get here. I mean, everything is blockaded all around, and I talked to some nice police officers. They're very, very kind. And they told me the best way to get here, and that it was okay for me to walk up here. I just had to park literally about a mile away. I walked here in the freezing cold. It's 30 degrees out. And everything's fenced off. When I got up here, for quite a ways, 300 yards or something, around the monument is all blocked off, and I felt like maybe I can, somehow get closer, and I walked and walked and walked, and eventually I found a wide open, it's a legitimate opening. I guess they just want people coming and going through a specific place. I walked right up, and there was an opening to walk all the way up here, so I'm here legitimately, not doing anything wrong. And in fact, some of you might even say I'm doing something right. To be here at this historic time, to sit upon the earth and deliberately radiate a feeling of peace and love. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So are you here to join me in this little late night sit-in? I believe that when lots of people sit and focus their minds on a specific intention, I believe there's power to that. I believe that it does something. And so I'm going to invite you now to join me in a little, call it a meditation, call it a time of focused awareness, whatever you want, to deliberately focus our minds together across space and time on a peaceful evolution of the human experience. We're in the midst of all kinds of drama. We're in the midst of all kinds of information. Some of it might be true, some of it might not be true. I'm not worried about that right now. What I'm worried about is whether or not people are choosing to fall into fear or to hold themselves within their heart center bravely. That's my concern. And I believe that if we do that, if we sit and focus our minds in this moment on the feeling of love, of compassion, of oneness, of equality, that has an effect, a significant effect, a tipping point that will tip in the direction of the most positive possibility. And that may be hard to see if you've been watching a lot of the news, to see that as a possibility. For a moment, let's just not concern ourselves with that, with what has happened and what will happen. Let's concern ourselves right now in this holy place that we're making holy with our consciousness, with our intention to bring forth the dream of America and what America means to the world. What was our original intention as a people? Hand in hand, creating a place that welcomes all. An idea that is not restricted to this country. But it has been said many times, the way it goes in America is how it goes for the world. And perhaps that is so. So in this time, all eyes are on us. And what I'd like to suggest is that perhaps all hearts are on us right now. Activated vision of the best case scenario. Will you join me in holding this vibration? The love of all of humanity is going to require a stretching of our beliefs beyond our prejudices, which were programmed into us. And if we tap into what we truly know within us, which is that all humans are equal, all humans are sacred, all life, in fact, is sacred, when we hold that truth within our minds, everything else falls away. When we recognize that the pathway to truly feeling compassion and love for all will require forgiveness. 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 Forgiveness of our judgments. Our face value beliefs that we choose to cling to that may or may not reflect what our hearts know is true. The trigger thoughts that we've been programmed to have aren't necessarily who we are. And so if you really want to be here in this moment with me, I ask you to go deeper into the idea of forgiveness, into oneness of all, of equalness, which creates wholeness. A couple hundred years ago, this nation was formed with a very, very beautiful idea, and that idea still exists. It exists within all of us. We just get a little distracted, don't we? We get a little confused by what we see and read and hear. And if we were to place our awareness on what we truly know on the inside, our heart-driven beliefs, that we don't need to be told, that we don't need to be taught, that we don't need programming to activate, because they're already in us, right? Your love of humanity is already in you. So please, in this moment, let's activate that right now. Turn it on. Thank you. Thank you for joining me here on the 13th of January, bringing in peace. Thank you.
To a land where the children are free, to a land of the shore sea, to a land in the green country, you and me are free to be, you and me. Every boy in this land grows to be his own man. In this land, every girl grows to be her own woman. Take my hand, come along, lend your voice to my song. Come along, take my hand, and we'll run to a land where the river runs free, to a land of the shining sea, to a land where the horses run free, and you and me are free to be, you and me. There's a land bright and clear, and the time's coming near when we live in this land, you and me, hand in hand. Take my hand, come with me where the children are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll live in a land where the horses run free, in a land of the shining sea, in a land where the river runs free, and you and me are free to be, you and me are free to be, you and me are free to be, you and